What's up everyone, Nick here once again bringing to you another Android TV box review. Today's model is from Superbox and it's called the S5 Pro. This model runs on the all-winner chipset and delivers thousands of live TV channels and video on-demand movies. It also provides all the features of a standard Android box such as Android apps and games. So in this review, we'll have a look at its live TV feature, its all-winner hardware, its firmware features, and I'll test its media playback and gaming performance. And I'll also run some benchmarks to see where it ranks on my chart. So I'll get right to it after this brief intro. And welcome back. So here you get the new S5 Pro model itself. They provided a Superbox RC200 Bluetooth voice remote, a standard HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power supply, and of course your user manual. So its body is made of plastic and it's a familiar design used in some of their previous models. At the back for I/O you get one HDMI port, 1 gigabit LAN. They state that it's a gigabit LAN in the product description, but I'll confirm during my testing later in the video. It has one optical audio, one AV port, an IR extender, and its DC input power socket. On the side, it has one USB 3.0, one USB 2.0, and a micro SD card reader. To its front, it has an LED display. And to its base has 4 rubber feet with some ventilation holes. So its first boot up includes the Superbox splash screen, followed by their disclaimer about the usage of the box, then a short startup wizard, and finally its launcher. This process only occurs once upon your first startup. So this is the Superbox launcher and it's running on Android 12 tvOS. If I head over under the About section, here it shows that the operating system is Android 12 tvOS and its firmware build information. So back to the launcher. Because it's running on Android tvOS, it does not have a navigation bar or status bar. So this launcher is called Launcher X, and on the upper section you have these main icons to your live TV, video on demand, your apps section, an app store section, browser, and playback. However, within a few of these sections like the live TV, VOD, and the app store, you have the option to list multiple shortcuts for each category. So below here you have a standard shortcuts bar, and to the very bottom is where you'll find your settings area, file browser, system cleanup, network speed test, a shortcut to uninstall apps. You can add custom shortcuts to every button on the number pad, and a customer support section. So this S5 Pro model, in similar fashion to all their previous models, does not come with any live TV or video on-demand apps pre-installed, and the decision to install the APK App Store, the live TV app, and the VOD app is totally your own, for which you take full responsibility. With that said, if you do decide to install them, they install quickly with one click. They provide 1,611 channels in various categories under the Blue TV app. Under Blue VOD, you get 13,392 plus movies on demand. And under Blue Playback, you get up to 1 week of recordings on 85 of the most popular channels from various categories. So what I can tell you about their service in comparison to other popular live TV models is that I've been using this Pro model and I'm very satisfied with the service. The movies are not looping continuously, channels are not going down for maintenance, and I'm not experiencing buffering at a minimum of 90 megabits per second. This I've experienced in some of their earlier models that are now probably running on secondary servers. The channels are in HD quality across TV networks, movies, news, major sporting networks, gaming, and entertainment. So if you have seen enough and have decided that this box is the box you have been looking for, then there is no need to watch the rest of this video because its live TV and video on demand apps account for 90% of the price of this unit. The other 10% accounts for the Android box itself. So you can head over to the description section below this video and using the included coupon get 18% off your purchase. Or if you would like to purchase the one featured here in this video at 50% off, send me an email at tvboxstop@gmail.com and I'll be happy to hook you up. But for the sake of those who would still like to see what it can do as a standard Android box, then continue watching till the end of this video. In scanning for viruses and malware, the Bitdefender mobile security app detected no threats found, so this device is free of malware. So with this firmware, you get 4K 2160p display up to 60Hz. You get auto frame rate switching. You get HDR display with an auto HDR feature. You get HDMI CC options, built-in Chromecast and Google Assistant. You get audio pass-through option but no surround sound audio decoders. For system and hardware, the manufacturer is Allwinner and it runs on 4GB of DDR3 RAM and 32GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 5.0. Its CPU is the Allwinner H616 processor, a quad-core Cortex A53 processor clocked at 1.5 GHz configured in 32-bit mode. Its GPU is the mid-range performance Mali G31 with OpenGL 3.2. It provides dual-band 2.4 GHz plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. It's running on Android 12 tvOS and it's rooted. It has Vulkan GPU support API version 1.1. Its idle operating temperature is around 64 degrees Celsius. It comes with video decoders such as H.264, HEVC and VB9 decoding, but it lacks AV1, Dolby Vision and decoders for surround sound audio such as Dolby Atmos and DTS audio. For digital rights, it has Google Widevine Level 3 with no HDCP protection. This level of protection is inadequate to protect movie streaming services such as Netflix, Disney+, Max and Prime Video from piracy. This means even though you may have an HD subscription with these services, when installed on this box, they will be restricted to 480p resolution only. For root access, here the Root Checker app confirms that its firmware is rooted. For watching YouTube, the Android TV version can play up to 1440p at 60Hz and that's the highest it can go. You don't get 4K or HDR. For mobile screen mirroring, it comes with an official Miracast receiver app that can mirror your Android mobile phones in HD quality. Playing 4K HDR format as expected was a challenge. With missing decoders such as AV1, HLG and Dolby Vision, it could only play the HDR10 format. This is a simple HDR10 video and it plays without issues. This is an HDR10 AV1 video and it cannot play this format. Next is a Dolby Vision video and it plays as HDR10. Next is a Dolby Vision video encoded with Dolby Atmos and it only gives off a noise. Next is an HDR10 Plus video and the same noise occurs. And here's an HLG video that plays as HDR10. So this box is not very good at various 4K formats. Playing surround sound audio was a total failure as it could not produce any surround sound audio format. for Android gaming with simple games such as Real Racing 3 that's very easy to render. Its GPU is struggling to render good graphics in spite of having Vulkan support. Also, its temperature rises into the high 80s during gaming. If you apply a cooling fan, it drops to as low as 74 degrees Celsius. And now, a quick overview of its benchmarks and where it ranks on my chart. First, these are the results of its RAM and internal storage read and write speeds. Next, in testing its Wi-Fi bands and Ethernet LAN port based on my internet speed of 315 megabits per second, its 2.4 and its 5 GHz band could only achieve an average of 110 megabits per second. Also, its LAN port is not a gigabit LAN port and it averaged around the same 110 megabits per second. These are the Geekbench 5 single-core and multi-core scores. In the 3DMark graphics benchmark, it only qualified for the wide live test and this is the score it generated. And in the Antutu benchmark, it scored 75,062. So I've updated my rankings chart with the S5 Pro and it currently ranks at position 83 with a 2 out of 5 star rating. To compare its results and features to other boxes in this list, I recommend you view it on a desktop or laptop and maximize it to full screen using the button in the bottom right corner. See the link to this chart in the description below this video. In summary, this 2024 edition of the Superbox S5 Pro comes on the heels of some stiff competition from brands such as VCBox, Tangular, and a couple of other newcomers. In light of that, the quality of their service has improved quite a bit, and if your primary focus is their live TV and video on-demand apps, then it does a really good job of providing that line of entertainment. As far as the rest of the box goes, I wouldn't recommend it for anything else other than streaming movies and TV shows, as 4K video playback, surround sound audio, and 3D gaming are not very good. So that sums up my review. Special thanks to Superbox for their continued support to this channel, and to enjoy lower rates than the retail price listed on their website, they provided an 18% coupon reducing the price to $269. Both the coupon and purchase link can be found in the description directly below this video. Also, if you are really strapped for cash, you can get this model at 50% off at $160. Just imagine the savings you can achieve on your monthly cable bill with one of these units. So if you are interested, contact me directly at tvboxstop@gmail.com and I'll be happy to sell you this model. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up to show your support and to improve the ratings of this channel. The link in the description is an affiliate link, so be sure to use it so that I earn a commission on your purchase that goes towards the upkeep of this channel and securing more boxes for review. So thanks in advance for using my links. So if you are new to my channel, then I urge you to click the subscribe button and ring the notifications bell to be notified about open box deals, giveaways, or when I release new videos. Thanks again for watching, stay connected, and see you in the next one.